Hey friend, this is Joy here to check out what is going on with your wild and wacky Wonkavator Wednesday. We call that here because I have this great deck called Magic Mondays. I clean up, and then they're forwards, they're backwards, they're upside down, they're right side up, they Wonkavate. If you haven't seen Willy Wonka, there's a part in there where at the end and all the dreams come true. It's letting us know that he had explored the world, the previous owner, Willy Wonka, had explored the world to the fullest of the extent except the impossible. Okay, so we're stepping into the world of the impossibility when we deal with this going on here, and it's pretty interesting. So I was taking a little background peek. It's coming in with door to personal health and happiness and wellness. Also blossoming abundance, second chakra, base root chakra. So these are getting into your true dreams and desires in the truth of who you are. If you like how that sounds, stay tuned in. Some of these words that come out may seem like a little wild, a little weird, maybe a little woo-woo, and you're like, what is that all about, Joy? We just totally don't understand. But I can tell you, your soul does. And your soul is that sacral chakra. That's where those unknown things come forward from, for them to be knowable. And not just like, great, I have some good information. No, I'm talking about your piece of the pie, the whole pie. You're the whole pie. You're the grocery store. You're the cabinet from which the supplies. Ooh, I'm seeing this jump out. We've got some justice coming in, bringing in the balance of the scales. But I'm talking about they're wanting you to know that the power is in your hand. And that's the same hand that's coming in here. What's it wanting to turn down? Okay, so it's letting me know there's a little bit about knowing who you are isn't just everything you go for. It's the things that you also don't go for. If you've been around somebody and you really pay attention, you'll notice that you're not only listening to what they're saying that's coming out of their mouth, you're also recognizing some of the in-between space of what they're not saying. You ever heard those people saying, I didn't tell you a lie, I just didn't tell you everything? It's that kind of the story, the gist of what we got going on here. And it's sitting over the blossoming abundance. So kind of honing your craft is what I'm seeing a bit here. Your craft could be anything. It could be your style etiquette. It could be your manner of speech. It could be the friend group that you've been tolerating. I'm hearing the word enduring. So if you're the only enduring quality there that keeps it going, then maybe that's something to be shed for now and to let that move on. It's not judging the people. We're just talking about some justice, some equanimity, some reciprocation for your investment. And that just means being with like-minded people, not people who have the same ideas. We're talking about principle-based, people that are going in the same direction where everyone can be great, everyone can be celebrated, being a group of people who are excited about the new things that are coming into your life in wealth and health and happiness and abundance. Okay, so it's splitting there to the garden and the gate. It's like being around people who don't get all up in your business. It's doing away with entitlement, because entitlement and relationship balance don't exist in the same place. Okay, so clearing up some boundaries, and they're talking about borderlines. On the borderline, what song is that? If you know, put it in the comments down below. But look, there's that sword, ooh, coming on in, and you're just saying, this is mine. Don't you be doing any shisty underneath the table filching and taking. Okay, that's what's crazy about entitlement. So these are life lessons, principle-based, because I want you to be the same on the inside and the outside to be able to have the fulfillment and satisfaction therein. That's why we're talking about this sort of stuff. So there are people that play nice and seem to play fair to get close enough. And as you're freely offering what it is that you feel that you have to offer in the relationship, it could be advice, information, your joyfulness, your happiness, or maybe even your editor's eye of how to help them refine their life, right? And meanwhile, while you're hanging out with them, you get home and you're drained because there was something being taken from underneath the table. That's what I talk about here, and that's what Michael's talking about, is you're freely offering all this, but they're wanting something that you're not offering. Okay, and it's under the table because it is down here, base root chakra. So if it can get you cut off there, not the person, this energy can get you cut off there, then you're not going to have the fruit from it. It's now just a blossom on a stem. The fruit will not be coming. So they're wanting you to get into that fruitfulness, especially some financial abundance, because this time this card's literally coming in as the woman holding a coin, as your fortune, and not just your fortune, your part. Because see, that space in between is what is relevant. This is the space that your feet hold. And this energy is life's commitment to you, where it's showing behind her where love flows in and brings in the power of abundance. Like the plant, it's connected to the sky, heaven on earth, right? Receiving from the sun, receiving from the moon and the stars, the time and the space in which to process the energy coming in. But it's also receiving earth and nourishment. That's like the water and the sap and the nutrients. The two work together as a system to complete each other to bring forth this justice that you're looking for. So that's why we talk about these things here, because there's a lot about norm in our society that we've ditched the natural, and we're trying to get you back to your natural state. When you're in your natural state, everything you dream and desire is within reach. Okay, it's no longer impossible, cut off, or relegated to somebody else. It is for you. Okay, so I'm going to put these back together here, and let's get a lead card on this about the justice and setting boundaries. They're talking about the borderlines, knowing the full scope of who we are and who you are. Let me check. Doing a little deep dive, bringing up community. So it is right on time with that. The 7 is there, the return of your energy, people who return on your investment. Now, not like I'm giving to this person and thinking to this person so they will ... fill in the blank. No, it has to do with that natural freedom, the free flow, that when you're hanging around people and you spend that time, you come home and you're like, that was nice. I really enjoyed that. That was satisfying. Or wow, so-and-so gave me such great ideas or feedback on who I am. Or you just feel like the energy is charged and something's coming of it. Maybe you can't even put your finger or a word on it, which isn't relevant in order to have the benefit therein. But that's people working together in that community. Can you see? Even when they're different, it's all coming together because they're all under the same roof. And this roof here, I'm being told, is the roof of truth. And now this eclipse that we just passed through, the solar eclipse, if you're showing up calendarically, it was October 25th. And that had to do with the truth. Why? Because the truth came to me and showed me the eye of the eclipse, that it's time that we see clearly. And we need both eyes to do that. And what is that? Eyes on the prize. And they're talking about the prize being, oh, you jumping into the reading, huh? You. I'm so glad to have you here. That's why these readings are a little different than typical tarot or oracle card readings, is we're involving you as the creator. I'm not here to be the creator of your life who has some magical power of this that I'm going to use over you to tell you what your fortune is or your future or whatever, because that's limited. I'm here to put the key in to just start the ignition so that your system cuts on and you begin to realize the magic, the inspiration, the motivation, the get your motor running and that going on inside of you, because you are magnificent. That's why this channel is here. So 2 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. Creating that love connection, and this love is more than just the one that goes to bed with you. It is your whole self. When there is nothing separating you from who you are, anything you dream and desire can come to you. And that bypasses the mental logic of programming, subliminal sales pitches. So-and-so has that, I want this, that type of thing. No, it's this thing coming from deep within. It's undeniably yours. And anything that is, you can have. So this is like the other mark when the Merkaba comes together and heaven is desiring to land on earth with you. Okay, so that's leading into this community. So I want to get another oracle card here, but they're letting me know in advance when I did a split to see what was coming in, is that you are right on time. Right on time. You're growing, and now they want to help you develop this knowledge and intimacy with yourself so that you get the rewards and the power of being a creator. Okay, we're going to shuffle it again. I'm going to turn them one more time. There's still a portion that's off slightly. So you hear mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit, whatever you want to dictate it as. It's mind, body, and then the essence that is in you. One of them is kind of lacking, or they're saying lackluster, meaning maybe it doesn't seem pivotal or important enough to garner your attention, but the sun here is saying otherwise. The sun is you. So it's not looking, everything's coming undone. It's saying that you find your own importance. You define your importance. It's not to be defined outside of you. Seeking that elsewhere. They're saying, look in the mirror of self, sit in yourself. And that doesn't mean look at your face, look at your body. Sit with yourself and the feelings that you're experiencing. Like when you're around a group of people or an event, or maybe even a place. Maybe there's something that you've been doing that you're like, always love it when I go do that. Sit with yourself when you get back and check your energy. You don't have to be an energy expert. You just sit there and feel, wow, am I tired? Did I sleep poorly? Or did that really juice me up? Did I enjoy that? To begin to do, like this is showing up at the moment, a little bit of evaluation of what brings in your benefit. Now, benefits are important because that is our earthly reward. That's where we taste and see what has been going on internally, like in the invisible realm, so that we can begin to kind of replicate it of sorts, meaning be in the know of how this is working for, with, and in us. Okay, so let's see. The spirit guardian of autumn, letting go. That's interesting. That's interesting. Defining what is time to let go of. See the hand, that's giving the permission. Okay, the permission of, I'd say taking a risk, but they're talking about a trial because the justice scales are showing up here. Just give it a try. Give it a go. Don't like put a toe in. Literally give yourself a full embodiment of trying it and just set forth the experiment of like, okay, I'm going to go hang out with XYZ or so-and-so. And I'm going to go spend a couple of hours with them. And maybe it's somebody you've hung out with plenty of times, but you sense this like undercurrent starting to change in your life. And you just go and maybe do something you'll always do. And when you come back, sit with yourself and tell yourself the truth. Do you feel like your bank account went up, or do you feel like it depleted? And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about your energy, because currency is currency. And when you can begin to evaluate that and just tell yourself the truth without the judgment, okay? Because justice is what we're bringing in here. You're not having to clarify or defend yourself in any way whatsoever. And then you'll begin to see what to let go of. Maybe it's that, I notice that I stay too long at events. Or like I'm there for the whole thing and I'm worn out when I come. Because it's not always about the people. Sometimes it's the way you're engaging with the environment, the scenario, or the situation. Because of how you grew up. So that's I see. That's the clarity that they're bringing on in, is that bigger picture, so that you can have the crown of victory. And what is that? It's showing as satisfaction. That's satisfaction, a heart that is full and satisfied. Okay, so that's going under with the community. And then we're going to get a little bit more on this sun. And I saw the high priestess was also sitting with it. So some divine wisdom here. So it's coming in as a trinity. Unicorn purity. You are the magic in the making. The forest temple, which is the enlightenment. There's a bit of that Wonka Vader going on. Your investment of like, where all does it go? And as you do, you're beginning to explore and discover the vastness of who you are, the fascination of who you are. And that leads to frog spirit renewal. See, this has to do with a lot. There's been some undergirding going on with frogs lately, and that's not here or there on them. It's the information that they are providing, not your totem, okay? But they've been coming in with all these eyes, fug-mugging up on people's money, on their wealth, on their prosperity, of having a hand in helping their own dreams come true, okay? So that's like trying to kiss a frog to get a prince. And they're saying, but look at you. What are you doing squatting down in the mud when you have all these testaments to how many times you've resurrected, of your divinity coming on up? These are the powers, and this is the flower that you are looking for, not the prince. Not kissing the frog to become the prince. Can there be a prince? Sure. But you need to recognize you're the princess, man or woman. You get what I am saying here. So they're talking about recognizing your divinity. I mean, look at this. That is the power button. Hang on. We're going to bring it on in right here. You see that?
That was easy.
Why? Because it's you. You're the most native and the most natural as yourself. That's what makes it effective. That's what makes it efficient. And that's what makes it enjoyable. I'm excited that they wanted you to know that about yourself. Okay, so we're going to get into just a little peek and maybe some kind of like shishy stuff going around this. Any more little clarification or tidbits of information about our effective, efficient, enjoyable lives? Six of Wands. Woo, you moving on up like George and Weezy. Look at that swoosh, taking you on up in the air. The Mercury. So our truth, okay, Mercury, they often say that's our words, that's our contracts. But you know what? It's also our commitment to ourselves. Staying true to our character, to our personality and who we are, so that we don't have to bend and tolerate, bend and have patience, bend and adapt. All this altering and twisting of who you are. No, 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 no. They're saying bang a gong, get it on. Move to the rhythm of your own beat, your own drum. And some of you have two suns going on here. And that's when we know the truth of who we are. It goes beyond confidence. It goes into confirmation. And when you are confirmed in who you are, nothing can move you. And there's no arrogance in that. That is complete humility, okay? So I love that. They're saying make up your mind about who you are and stick to it. That's what the lady with the coin and the fortune is talking about. Stand true to who you are. Don't let situations or things bully you or push you around or try and talk you into whatever. So here's a little secret on that. When we begin to explain, we give even some people that love us grounds in which to change our mind. And why do we do that? So that's a little bit of what the sun and that sword is wanting to shed some light on with you, for you with this week, okay? Is being able to take a little bit of that in. Why do you feel the need to explain? Why are you having to divulge this information? You know, it's just simply that boundary or borderline of perspective, like, hey, I've got to go, or I'm not available for that today, or thank you for the invite. Please consider me next time when y'all choose to do that again. Okay? And that's enough. That's plenty. And in my, I feel somebody's throat like, did I really just say that? Can I really just say it? Yes. If it's true to who you are, you don't have to explain why. Even if you go sit around your jams or you go sun your bum at the beach, it doesn't matter, because I have the courage to be the happiest, healthiest version of myself. And the courage to not explain. Because when you are, it's not just the people, you're availing yourself to the energies that want to keep you captive to the old ways and the old systems of tipping your scale and the injustice therein. Because when you tip those scales and you keep adjusting, yourself and your soul can only go off of what actions you are taking. Not in regards to other people, but into the regards of our mindset and the way we're thinking. And that's why they're saying let go. Test yourself, begin to take awareness and notes on kind of how you're responding and reacting in different environments, and begin to clean it up from there. Begin to clean the inside up with you, okay? And I want to get a little peep at the T. Ooh, what fell on there? May. Ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or in business. That's talking about a full-on commitment, y'all. And that broken bridge that fell out. Unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Now, where the bottom used to fall out from things with you, or the rug got pulled out from under you, it's falling away. It's already shedding off. So they're saying just let it fall out from your mind. That's not even a part of your world anymore. So May to July. That might have been June, y'all. And I'm telling you, that's when that Scorpio, I think there was an eclipse in Scorpio then too. And that Scorpio full moon, if you're showing up calendarically, that rocks some world and might have caused a bit of foundational issues. But they brought in Michael and the second chakra. So, hold on. The full on repair to your root chakras, to your connection to life. Now, they didn't go threading the stem back on the rose bush, but that bush is now even more productive than it was before you got cut off, okay? So that's what that card, remember, was showing you. The bounty and abundance that is coming here. So they're saying don't weep, don't cry about the seeming losses and what all has gone from you. That this new way of thinking and engaging with life and the fullness of who you are, mind, body, and spirit, mind, body, and soul, same thing, right? is the fruit, the root, and the communion with it is returning to you, okay? And it's going to be a beautiful celebration. So begin to turn that rhythm of your beat, the music that gets your feet to dancing, the things that inspire you. Stop trying to fix yourself or problemate yourself. There is no problem. You're able to have anything you desire. And it's coming from deep inside of you. So begin to give voice to those, not to others, to yourself first. And begin to say, what would that feel like? What would that look like? And, do a little dance with that energy this week. Give yourself some cred, some ground to stand on. And remember, I have the courage to be the happiest, healthiest version of myself. You can say it with me. I have the courage to be the happiest, healthiest version of myself. And you do. And that's what this channel is here for. We are the whole zodiac, so you can check out any of the reads. They're all eternal, they're all timeless, and they're all relevant to you when your spirit and your soul guides you there. This is about beginning to trust yourself and build that foundation, a true foundation that's built on you and with you and for you, so that you can live your fulfillment, your joy, and your satisfaction here on this planet, because that's what I am here for, is to celebrate you. And you can celebrate yourself. Leave a comment or a compliment down below. Talk about yourself, someone who's done you a good turn, or someone who meant a lot to you in your life, or even compliment me. I celebrate that. Tickle that like button. It'll help us rise to the top and stop back by the channel. And know I love you.